Thanks for coming in. Appreciate you. We're going to do some QRZ in here pretty quick. We're going to find a frequency here. 20 meters is not doing that great today, but we're going to see what the heck's going on. Find us a clear frequency here somewhere. We call it. We got some noise as usual over here. I don't want to be there. Let's check 70, straight up and down. Thanks for the likes, I appreciate that. Alright, I thought it was clear right there, but guess not. Let's see here. I'm gonna find me a clear frequency here somewhere. This one might be okay. Let's find out here. Is the frequency in use? Is the frequency in use? Is anybody using this frequency? Thanks for coming in, guys. Appreciate it. See, sounds like someone's pretty close here. Let's try it again. Is the frequency in use? Is anybody using the frequency? Is the frequency in use? Someone's pretty close. Let's go up a couple of kilohertz here. There, let's try it right there. 272. I've had pretty good luck on 272 typically. I need to turn my power down a little bit here. Let's try it right there and see where we're at. Is the frequency in use? Is the frequency in use? Is anybody using this frequency? Alright, this is where we're going to roll here, I guess. We're going to try 14.272. Let's see if we can't get a pile up going over here. 20 meters is not very good conditions right now. I'm in Belt, Montana. CQ20, CQ20 meters. CQ20, CQ20 meters. Whiskey 7, Tango, Victor, Sierra. CQ20, CQ20 meters. CQ20, CQ20 meters. Whiskey 7, Tango, Victoria, Sugar in central Montana. Yeah, absolutely. Give it a whirl. Got about, you can see there, about an S5 in noise or so, give or take a little bit. There, I'll open the band scope up a little bit more here. Let's get behind this phone. Let's go up here. There we go. CQ20, CQ20 meters. CQ20, CQ20 meters. Whiskey 7, Tango, Victor, Sierra. CQ20, CQ20 meters. CQ20, CQ20 meters, Whiskey 7, Tango, Victoria, Sugar. What was that station there in California? Was it Kilo 6? Alright, there we go. I think I got you that time there. Sorry, you're kind of down on the noise a little bit there, but Kilo Foxtrot 6, Yankee India, Japan. Looks like James there in Mission Viejo down there in California. Sounded good up here there, my friend. How we doing?
Not too bad. Had some rainstorms come by here, and I had to take my antenna down, so we reconfigured it in a different orientation here, and it's receiving you pretty good, over.
Yeah, Roger. It's definitely working pretty decent there. I got about an S5 in noise, so you're a little bit above the noise. You're about a 5 and 7, about a 57 up here into Belt, Montana. But overall, doing pretty good there. And we got currently snow coming down there, Roger. Copy there, James. All right there, my friend. I really appreciate you. So what I'm doing here is I tend to do this about once a week or so. I go live and I just come out here and make some contacts there. That's kind of what I do. And we just come out here, go live on TikTok and stuff like that. and just kind of spread some knowledge about amateur radio out here. So anyway, all right there, James, sounded good there, my friend, and you're my first contact of the evening there. Hope you have a good rest of your day out there around California, and we'll catch you on down the coax another time there, my friend. Kilo Foxtrot 6, Yankee India Juliet, this is Whiskey 7, Tango Victor Sierra, out here in a town that holds your pants up called Belt 73, my friend.
Hey, 73, stay warm and take care.
Big announcement coming up toward the end of the live. Roger, roger there, sir. You have a great rest of your day. Whiskey 7, Tango Victor Sierra, QRZ.
Victor Echo 7, Mike Delta Victor.
Victor Echo 7, Mike Delta Victor. Good signal down here. Chris up there in British Columbia, QSO.
Yeah, roger that. You're super strong signal here in British Columbia, 5.9 plus 10 or 20 or so.
Roger, roger. I really appreciate the 5.9 plus. I got you a good solid 59. Good solid 5.9 down here in Belt, Montana, my friend. Sounded real good.
Yeah, roger.
What do you got going on up there? Do you got some of this snow that we got going on here up there? I know you're a little west of me, but what do you got going there?
Today is pure sunshine and positive temperatures, and our snow is gone.
Yeah, roger, roger. Well, our snow was gone, and we had like near 70-degree weather, and then all of a sudden, all of a sudden they're forecasting snow again. I think we're going to get about a foot tonight, so we'll see what the heck happens there. But that's just the way it goes. Usually this is what happens every year. You think you're in the clear, and all the farmers out here get all crazy and want to start seeding and everything, and then pretty quick we get a foot of snow on the ground. And then after that's done, that's usually it there, Roger.
Yeah, roger that. Mother Nature's just going, fooled you.
Yep, every darn year. But that's okay. It is what it is.
Yeah, roger. At least you're used to it, eh?
Yeah, well, definitely have to be used to it out here, my friend. If we weren't, then we'd be in trouble there, Roger.
Yeah, roger. At least people here know how to drive in the snow, I think.
Well, you would assume, and that's the funny thing about the snow out here, is it can go, it can snow and snow and snow for months on end, and everybody's used to it, and then everything dries out for 2 weeks, and then it snows again, and it just starts all over. Next thing you know, everybody's crashing into each other and in the ditch again. It's kind of funny.
Yeah, people just don't seem to learn to slow down.
Yeah, that's exactly right. That's exactly what the heck happens here. They just don't slow down. I actually went to my ham radio meeting this morning, about a 30-mile drive to town there, and it was pretty much solid ice, and I was actually talking to my buddy through the Bluetooth there in the car and on the phone, and he's like, what's going on out there? And he's out on the West Coast, and I was telling him, I said, I'm cruising, I'm only going about 60 miles an hour, and he's like, well, why? And I said, well, because the road's solid ice. So yeah, he couldn't understand that, but that's just the way it is.
Yeah, roger. It's gotta be careful of those conditions.
Yep, that's exactly right there. Yeah, and I drive that road every day too. But I mean, heck, there's people passing me like I'm sitting still. So me going 55, 60 miles an hour really isn't that fast for out there. But all right there, Chris. Well, I appreciate the contact out there, sir. I hope you take care up there around British Columbia. We'll see if we can't get a few more in the log there tonight. And hope you have a great rest of your evening there and a great week to come, and enjoy the rest of your weekend there, my friend. Victor Echo 7, Mike Delta Victor. This is Whiskey 7, Tango Victor Sierra, out here in the town that holds your pants up called Belt, Montana.
Roger, 7-3 and good DXing. Victor Echo 7, Mike Delta Victor, clear.
Roger, roger, sir. You have a wonderful rest of your day. We'll catch you on down the coax. Whiskey 7, Tango Victor Sierra, QRZ.
Whiskey 0, Charlie, Kilowatt, Italy.
Whiskey 0, Charlie, Kilowatt, India. Looks like Gary in Colorado there, QSL.
Your name is?
My name is Travis, Tango Romeo Alpha, Victor India, Sierra there, QSL.
I do, Travis. Did you say it's snowing up there?
It is currently snowing. There's not much on the ground. There's probably, some of it's actually melted throughout the day, but it just started snowing when I came down the shack here about 15 minutes ago, and I think you're supposed to get about a foot tonight.
Well, they're telling us here that we're going to get rain, and then we get wintry mix. You probably know what a wintry mix is.
Oh, heck yeah. Yeah, Galdern wintry mix. That's just what makes everything cold. You get all that, everything gets wet, and then it freezes, and then, yeah, then the next thing you know, it's just solid ice.
Yeah, I know. You got a nice thing when you're booming in.
Copy. Well, I appreciate that there. You're not doing too bad yourself. Good solid 59 up here into central Montana.
Well, I'm using my vintage radio. It's a Kenwood TF530X, 100 watts.
Roger. Well, old Kenwood's doing a good job up there. So what I got running here, I'm running a ICOM IC7300. I'm running a Heil PR781 microphone. My amplifier's a Dentron Clipperton L. I'm just loafing along around 500 watts or so on the peaks there. And my antenna is a 20-meter homemade horizontal dipole that I built out of aluminum. And it's broadside east and west, about 30 feet in the air there, Roger.
Yeah, it's working great. Well, I just turned the radio on. I was on CW with my other radios this morning. Not a lot of activity today. The band is weird, right?
Yeah, I haven't really looked too much, and we didn't talk about it at the ham radio meeting today, but I think we have some solar activity going on there. I don't think conditions are the absolute greatest out here, but they're definitely not as bad as I have heard them before there.
Oh boy, is that right? I'm kind of disappointed in this solar cycle.
Well, and there for a while, I'll tell you, it does really good. It's kind of hit and miss. I remember the last one, around a decade ago, a little more than a decade ago there, and it was like 24/7, just hammer. And this one kind of started out that way, but then now the solar cycle has kind of almost petered out on us. I don't know what the heck is happening there with it, but it seems like we've had more solar flares this solar cycle. There's a lot of different things there that take into account on that. But so hopefully it gets a little better. We'll see what the heck happens.
Well, I remember the one in 1959. I'm really old.
Well, I don't remember the one back that far. In fact, I probably wasn't even. In fact, my mom wasn't even born in 1959 there. Hi.
Yeah, I'm 83 years old and a half for 64.
Well, you've definitely gone through a few of them solar cycles then. So, yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I remember the last one there. And when I very first got into radio, I remember that one. I was a little kid, and that one was really good too. So I don't know, a little hit and miss. Everybody's excited about 10 meters. It's been pretty opened up. I haven't made a lot of 10-meter contacts. But, yeah, I mean, what the heck? I don't know. I just hope it gets better. We'll see what the heck spring brings.
Well, it sure will. Anyhow, where are you in Montana?
I am in the town called Belt. I'm about 17 miles southeast of Great Falls.
Okay. Well, you've got a great signal, so go ahead and work a bunch of guys.
Hello there, Bryce from Tillamook.
Old radio still works.
Yeah, that old Kenwood sounds real darn good there, my friend. It's sounding absolutely great. So that's fantastic to keep them old rigs alive there, Roger.
Yeah, believe it or not, I bought this brand new in the box about 4 years ago. I bought it from the son of a Palatee who was a collector, and he bought it in 1981, never ever turned it on.
Yeah, you just learn it over the years. You don't have to say over all the time. Yeah, copy. That's kind of one of those things there with them tubes. You just keep them running all the time. I won't turn this amplifier on and then just shut it off. I actually came down the shack here about 4 hours ago and turned everything on and started the tube amp up and just kind of let it run. And I just started really keying on it here. So probably not necessary to do it to that extent, but that's just kind of what happened today. So I don't know. If you let them tubes run, it seems like they'll just never die. If you turn them on and off all the time, by golly, then that's a different story.
I've got to run, Travis. W0PKI clear.
Copy there, sir. All right, you have a good day there, Gary. Thank you for being in there. I did get you my logbook there, my friend. Whiskey 0, Charlie Kilo India. You have a great evening. This is Whiskey 7, Tango Victor Sierra out here in Belt, Montana. 73, sir, and QRZ.
77 TBS, 54 Bravo, Bravo.
Whiskey 4, Bravo, Alpha, Bravo. That looks like David in Georgia there. QSL.
QSL. This must be Travis?
Absolutely, that is me. I am Travis out here in Belt, Montana.
Okay, Travis, well, you're sounding good. Yeah, I just want to eavesdropping there just a moment. Wanted to give you a report. Great signal here. 059 plus, actually about 10 over. On North Georgia, and I'm listening to you on a hex beam just over the roof, and 7610 transceiver, and
no sad hams here.
400 watts, over.
Oh, copy. Well, that thing's definitely working for you there. It's working real good. You're pretty solid 5 and 9. Doing real good. Looks like you got that. I see on your QRZ page there. You got that that big old darn hex beam up there in the air. How high is that thing up?
Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell in that picture. It's about the base plate of it is probably right at 40 feet. Real close to 40 feet off the ground. So yeah, it does pretty good. Put it up back in the summer. Replaced a tri-bander with it, and seems to play pretty well. So it's all right. And you mentioned the Clipperton. I've got one of those over here as well. Still works well, and I've got the older version of it with the tube standing up underneath it. So I've got two of them, and they both still play well. The 160-10L, the one that's got the tubes standing up, I bought it new in 1977, I guess it was, and it still got the original Citron tubes, and I've rebuilt the power supply in it, but other than that, it's original, and the tubes are still very good. The Clipperton doesn't have really good tubes in it. I picked it up, and it had been probably abused on the other band, but had no tubes, and I scrounged around and got some used tubes and put in it. They're not the Chinese versions. I've got it's a mishmash of tubes in it from, I think, one's a Citron, and a couple of them's a Raytheon, and one of them is something else, some odd-looking 572B. But anyway, it still works. Maybe not full output, but it still plays as well. So.
Yeah, copy that. Well, I tell you, man, I've had I've never had the 160-10, and I've looked at one here not too long ago, and I almost pulled the trigger on it, but I think shipping would have killed me on it. So I was just kind of like, I don't want to do that. But this Clipperton L, I tell you, I've had this thing for quite a few years, and it's never been modified for the other band there. So I actually had to put. I'm the third owner of this amplifier, and I got a really good deal on it. That's why I bought it. But I've been really easy on this amp. I've been really good to it for quite a few years now, and I finally had to put new tubes in it here. Oh man, it must have been. Oh gosh, I don't know what it was. About 6 months ago now, something like that. And I was having a hard time even getting more than about 300 or 400 watts out of it. So I ended up just ordering them the Pentalabs tubes there, and they have a warranty on them and all that jazz. And so I went ahead and put those in there. And I tell you what, I pulled them tubes out of there, and they were the original Dentron tubes, the Centron tubes. So they're they hold up really good. They do a good job. I have no complaints about it at all. But like I said, typically speaking, I only run this thing at about 400 or 500 watts, unless I'm trying to break pileups or something like that. I'll bump it up to a kW, but that's about it. But so far, I don't know. It's been a really good amp. It's mostly original. It's had a few small modifications, but like I said, it doesn't have a 10-meter mod or anything like that. It won't do 10 meters. So I don't know. It's just been a good amp. It's just a workhorse. I just turn it on, make sure she's tuned up where I want to talk, and by golly, it just runs.
Okay, all right. So does that one have a tuned input?
No, it does not have a tuned input. I wish it did, but it does not.
Okay, well, that's never really a major problem with radios this day and time that have an auto tuner. If you're really concerned about it, you can use the auto tuner and match it. I've got one of the little external boxes that Dentron made there for a while. That you can put in between, the amp and the radio, and a whole band switch on it. It switches in the little inductors, which puts a surprisingly good match back. I rarely ever use it, but I've got it over here. I think it was called a CM1 or something like that for that. Well, anyway, good on those Penta tubes. I was really wondering how those would work. I know they're still Chinese tubes like the others, but supposedly those are have been screened or cut above or more rugged or something. At least that's the way they market them. So good to hear you're having you're having good results with them. How much drive are you putting in it? How are you cutting the output back? Just with the drive from your transceiver?
Yeah, just the drive on it, and yeah, I'll tell you. I'm going to tell you, this is the second set of Penta tubes I had to put in here. So I bought one set. Everything worked great, and I was sitting here doing this exact same thing I'm doing right now, and just sitting here calling QRZ on 20, just doing my thing. And all of a sudden, I sit here. I watch multiple meters when I do this. I watch meters on the radio. I have an external watt meter, and I have another meter that I watch that monitors, reflected power and stuff like that too. So I watch multiple meters while I'm doing this stuff, and just to be on the safe side. And all of a sudden, my power started to drop out on me, and I was like, "What the heck is going on here?" And I'm like looking around, looking at the radio, and I'm like, "Well, what in the world is happening?" And I get up and I look. And I can see the tubes from the cover of the amp, and I'm like, oh, one of them's burnt out. And I only had them about 2 or 3 weeks, and so that was a little frustrating. The amplifier is still working; it just wasn't putting out very much power. And I was like, well, what the heck? So I'll be honest. I got a hold of Penta Labs, and I had to fill out a form that they just said, here, download this form, fill it out, send it back, and just ship us the 4 tubes. And it took them about 3 weeks. And finally, they just sent me a brand new set. They're like, "Yep, that one was faulty," and I tested it and everything too, and it was a bad tube. So anyway, they just sent me a brand new set. No questions asked. They received the one down there in California, well, the whole set of them, and I marked the bad one. And they tested the bad one. They sent me an email and they said, "Yep, that tube's bad. We're going to send you another match set of 4." And that's been months and months now, and I've had no problems. So they said, even if you're out of warranty, if you have any other issues, just let us know, and and they'll take care of it. So I don't know. So far, so good. But right now, I'm running about 35 watts into this thing, not a tremendous amount. That gives me about 500 watts in the peak, give or take, just a little bit. And if I want to bump it up to a kilowatt, I throw about 55 or 60 watts into it, and that'll give me about a kilowatt on the peak. So that's about as hard as I ever run this thing. I don't think I've ever ran it harder than a kilowatt. So that's, maybe. I may have ran it up to 1.2 on the peaks there, or something like that before, but that's getting a little carried away. That's not a very often thing. But other than that, heck, the tubes have held up pretty good. But I was a little bit reluctant due to they were Chinese, and like I said, I had one issue, and then they took care of the problem, and we've been good to go ever since. So I don't know. We'll see what the heck happens.
Okay, well that's good to know. That's good experience that they did replace those for you. That's pretty neat. That they just sent you a whole new match set. Well, all right. Well, mine with the tubes that's sort of soft in it will get about a kilowatt out if you sock a full 100 watts in it. That's about the only way to do it. But typically the way I run it, I put it on the lower voltage position. Just simply because I don't trust the power supply section in it that well, so I put it on the lower voltage position, and since the tubes are soft, that doesn't drop the power significantly. It cuts it back maybe a couple of 100 watts, and then from there I'll reduce the drive a little bit. So typically with it at like 60 watts. 60 watts into it on the low voltage position, it's about 500 to 600 out in that range, depending on the band that you're on. So when I use it, that's kind of the way I do it. I just figure it's a little less stress on everything. So you might compare your efficiencies and see which way you're better off. If your amp meter is still working, which I assume it is, just momentarily key it down and see what your input power is. Voltage times current, and then compare your output, and then drop to the lower voltage setting, and then you'll have to bring your drive up slightly to get the same output, and then see, then multiply it out and see which way you're more efficient, it may be, it may be that you're better off running on the lower voltage position at that reduced power.
Well, that's a good point there. So I never really did think about it like that, but you are right. So what I just now did, I'm running the same amount of drive, and I dropped it down to the lower voltage setting, and I'm only about 100 watts less on the peaks there. So really, that's not too much. So if I go over here and bump it up to, let's see here, let's go up to, let's call it 50 watts of drive. So there we go. There's 50 watts of drive on it, and we're right about 500. So that's about what it takes on the lower voltage setting. Now hang on a second here. So we bump it up on the higher voltage setting, and now we're closer to a kilowatt. So yeah, we're going right about a kW here on the peaks with about 50 watts going in. So I don't know. That's kind of interesting to think about. It seems like to me that on the higher voltage setting, it seems like it seems more efficient. I don't know. I'd have to do the math on that. That is a good one though. I never thought about that.
Well, yeah, do the math on it and see what you get. I don't ever hold a carrier very long with any sort of amp, but just long enough to where you can get an accurate current and voltage reading. See what they both are, and multiply that out to get
Hello, Eric.
Input, and do it.
Kind of a boring live tonight. Not too many people in here.
For say the exact same power, like 500 watts or something.
It's all right. Maybe tomorrow I'll be better on the Q&A.
Let's see. I think you'll probably find that it's actually more efficient on the lower voltage at, if you're going to run that lower power, it's probably more efficient there, which, if it's more efficient, that means less dissipation, in your tubes, slightly cooler, and of course, obviously, it's a little easier on all your capacitors and power supply components if you can get away with a lower voltage.
Yeah, I agree with you 100% on that. That's probably the way to go there. And realistically, I mean, unless you're really trying to break a pile up, there's not an awful lot of difference between like 400 or 500 watts and 1,000. I mean, you'll get a dB of difference, but like I said, unless you're trying to break a pile up, there's really no point. So, I guess you're probably right. You're probably almost better giving a little bit more drive out of the radio and kind of going from there, and just getting the same amount of power out of the amp. So, yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah, well, back in the day when that amp was made, we were governed by input power, not output power. And so, for whatever reason, they put the lower voltage tap in there. So, where on CW, the max you could run was a kilowatt DC input. So, evidently they did it that way so that the amp was more efficient at the lower power, which, kilowatt input probably, between 5 and 6.
Yeah, I don't think conditions are that great tonight, my friend.
600. And, another reason.
This gentleman I'm talking to is in Georgia.
The older rigs, were harder to turn back, on power. So I guess that was another way around it, so you could still put, 60 to 100 watts drive in it or something. I don't know, but those lower voltage settings kind of went away, after the power, increase went to the 1,500 watt output, in any mode. So that kind of negated the amps having that separate lower voltage setting.
Yeah, absolutely. I totally understand that for sure. And yeah, I don't know. So it is interesting to think about though. But yeah, I would have to do some math on it. And it's I don't know. I guess I just never thought about it. But you are right. Back when these things were built, things were a little bit different than they are now. So I don't know. Usually, what I do is I usually turn that thing down to the lower voltage setting. I'll let it idle for a while before I shut everything off. And by a while, I mean, I don't know, 20 seconds or whatever the heck. And then when I turn it back on, I leave it on the lower voltage setting too. I do not turn that thing on when it's on the high voltage setting either. So I will let it warm up for a few minutes, and then I kick it up to the high voltage setting. It's kind of how I run that thing. So I don't know. Like I said, it's done good thus far. But who knows? I mean, it's just kind of one of those deals. You just have to play with it and do the math. But I've ran it this way for years. I've never had any issues. I used to I used to rag chew on 75 meters a lot. In fact, I need to get back to it, but I need to go out there and fix my dipole. It's all screwed up out there. I'm probably going to do that once the weather actually changes for good here this spring. But yeah, I used to rag chew on 75 all the time with this thing, and I'd run about 700, 800 watts just all night long, and it did really good. So heck, I don't know. It's just it's been a good amplifier. I know that much.
Oh yeah, it has been. And I hear another station in there calling a little light. But that's good. But they're pretty tough. About the only thing really that usually goes out on those, is usually in your power supply section. But of course you can, if you've rebuilt yours, you can kind of modernize the power supply section a little bit if you need to. Just be careful that thing working, that's for sure. And you can turn your lights out for good if you're not careful. But anyway, still very serviceable, and the fact that you can still get those tubes. A few years ago I thought those tubes were kind of going to go the way of the dinosaur, but now it's still labs, and I think there's a couple others that's got some pretty decent ones out there. So that's good. Keeping the things going. Well, there's another station that called. He's probably after you because he's pretty light on me. So we'll take a standby, pick him up, see what he needs, and I'll certainly I'll let you go, Travis. It's great working you, and terrific signal. And by the way, when you were fiddling with your power, you went up close to a KW. That was worth one or two little ticks on my meter. Not as significant as a lot of people think. So. Anyway, sounds good, and back to you, and you can pull the other station out, W7TBS, W4PAB.
Roger there, my friend. All right, there you go. And there's a good solid kilowatt, just to throw that out there at you, just so you can kind of see. And like I said, I don't think it's going to be a lot of difference. I really just don't. And but like I said, I don't run it like that very often there. That's a good solid kilowatt. And turn it back down to about where we run it there normally, right there. So anyway, it is what it is. But it's not a tremendous amount of difference unless you're trying to break through a pile up somewhere. But anyway, there, sir. All right, man. Well, I really appreciate the Q. So I got a pile of QSL cards to fill out here, and I got some new ones here too. So I'm gonna drop a couple of QSL cards to you. In fact, I just got them today, so I've barely even got to look at them, but I still got some of my old ones. I got about 50 of those left, and I got 500 brand new ones that I designed. So anyway, we'll get those in the mail to you here probably next week. I got a whole pile of them to fill out. I got you written down on the paper for it. So anyway, appreciate you there, sir, and great talking to you about the Dentrons, man. I hope we can do it again. That was a great rag chew. I didn't really intend on rag chewing tonight too much. I was more just looking to make some contacts, but by golly, you just never know what the heck's going to come out of it there. So, it's just kind of one of those things. So, all right there, David. Well, I really appreciate you there, my friend, and we won't keep everybody waiting too long. So, have a great rest of your night out there around Georgia. Thank you very much for being there, sir, and we'll catch you down the log another time there, buddy. Whiskey 4, Bravo, Alpha, Bravo. This is Whiskey 7, Tango, Victor, Sierra, out here in the town that holds your pants up called Belt, Montana. 73, sir. Have a great night.
Yeah, 73. I enjoyed it. And there was a break station. Go ahead. W4PAB. Whiskey 0, Victor, Uniform, India.
All right. Whiskey 0, Victor, Uniform, India. Looks like Bernard in Astoria.
Roger that, Travis. What amp do you have? The reason I'm asking is I just got access to a Clipper L, along with an MT3000A for a tuner.
Well, I'm running a Dentron Clipperton L. That's exactly what I'm running. And I have a MT2000A sitting underneath it. It's not hooked up, but I have used it, and it will tune a fence post. So if you get a good deal on that, I'd scoop it.
Yeah, roger that. Yeah, I got an MT3000A. And this one here has got four brand new tubes, and he put a tuner board in. But I'm so new at amps, I've been kind of curious about firing this baby up.
Oh, heck yeah. If you got four brand new 572Bs in there, you should be doing pretty good. Does that thing run on 220 or 110?
110.
Okay, yeah, you run around. They'll run just fine on 110. I run mine on 220, but they will run just fine on 110. I probably wouldn't push it more than KW unless you got like a 20 amp circuit or something like that. But yeah, it'll run great. These Clipperton L's are just fantastic rigs. They're awesome amplifiers, and I think you're really going to enjoy it. You know, I'm assuming you've used the tube amp before.
Negative. I'm doing all the research I can on how to tune these in, because I don't want to burn up the radio.
73 from Southwest Virginia. Roger, roger. I'm in Belt, Montana. Yeah, copy. Well, just make sure you tune and load it right, and you'll do pretty good. You know, you just want to be nice to it. When I go in to tune this one, to tune and load it, I run it on CW, and I do it at a really, really low power. I'm talking like with the amp on. I run it on the low voltage setting, and I will run it at, I don't know, maybe 100 watts at the max, you know, on CW, and I'll tune and load from there on whatever brand I'm going to. That's how I do it. So yeah, they're not too hard to do. They're pretty straightforward, but man, they're fantastic amplifiers as long as you're nice to them.
Yeah, roger that. Like I said, I got access to it, so I've been thinking about buying it. I just on the nervous side because I have tinkered once before and burnt up the cable at 440.
Oh boy, well that's the one thing you got to remember is that they do not have, well at least mine does not have a tuned input, so you got to have some sort of tuner between your radio and your amplifier on those. And I just want to throw it out there. I can't remember his call sign, but Keith Eaton, he's one of your locals there in Astoria, isn't he?
What's your name?
His name is Keith Eaton. I can't remember his call sign off the top of my head.
I'm not familiar with him, but he most likely is possible down here in Astoria, Oregon.
Yeah, I think he makes all those darn stickers that say "Make 146-520 great again." I actually have one of these stickers on my bench right in front of me.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with this. I'm out here actually in Napa, Swenson. Anyway, Travis, I was just curious because, like I said, I've got this amp and tuner sitting right here. The guy wants to get rid of it really bad, and I've been thinking about jumping on it.
Well, if it's a good deal, by golly, I would. You know, I'll be honest. I'll tell you what I paid for mine. I paid $400, which was, I thought, a very, very fair deal. I actually bought it. You know, talking about your in Astoria, I'll tell you, I bought this Clipperton L in Lincoln City, Oregon, is where I bought this amplifier.
Yeah, roger that. Yeah, he's asking for 12. That's because he's got, like I said, four brand new tubes, and then a tuner board put in, or a tuner plate, along with the amp, tuner.
Well, it's worth what somebody's willing to pay for it, I suppose. I would probably pass, but that's my own opinion. Somebody else might buy that for that. I don't think I'd buy a Clipperton L for that much. But I don't know, you know, with the tuned input and all that stuff, you know, it could be worth it if it's been rebuilt and stuff like that. I don't know, but again, that's my own opinion. I'm not dogging on anybody for that. You know, I mean, people make their own prices, and I don't know. I can't see the amp. You know, like mine, the case is a little bit beat up and stuff like that. Well, it's not really beat up, but a couple of scratches on it and whatnot. It's been used, and you know, so there is definitely differences. I'm not saying it's not worth that, but I would pass on it. That's my own opinion.
Yeah, roger that, Travis. Yeah, I was, like I said, I was just wondering. I got the machine sitting here, and when he first dropped it off into my shack, it was like brand new. I mean, he never smoked around it. He's had a temperature-controlled radio room, so it's been taken well taken care of. There's a few small scratches on the side, but not much. All right, 73, my friend. I definitely appreciate your input. W7TDS. This is Whiskey Zero Victory.
I'm in Belt, Montana. Copy there, Bernard. All right there, my friend. Well, not a problem anytime. And my input's not always the best input, but everybody has an opinion. You know how it goes. So, anyway there, my friend, you have a good rest of your night there, Bernard. Thank you very much for being there out of Astoria, Oregon. You take care up there around that Columbia River there, by golly. Watch all them freighters go in and out of there. So anyway, have a great day there, my friend. Whiskey 0 Victor Uniform India. This is Whiskey 7 Tango Victor Sierra out here in the town that holds your pants up called Belt, Montana. 73 at QRZ.
Bravo Whiskey.
All right, November 4, Bravo Whiskey. Looks like Billy in Georgia there, QSL.
Yes, sir. I was just kind of scrolling through TikTok. You came up on me, and I thought I'd say hello.
Oh, heck yeah. Well, right on, man. I really appreciate that. I appreciate you being there on the air, and I appreciate you following me on the live there. I know it's kind of a weak live, and we don't have the best of conditions tonight, but that's okay, you know. Yeah, that's just kind of the way we deal with radio there, Roger. All righty there, sir. Well, I got you. You're coming in there about a 5'7" to 5'8", not too bad for cruddy conditions, but oh, thanks for the follow there. I see you right there. Yeah. But anyway, well, cool. I'm glad you're in there, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, Roger that. I got you. I've had you retired for about a 5'6" or 5'7", so that's what I needed.
Yeah, Roger. Well, I guess I'm not going to complain about that. You know, I mean, what the heck? We take the good with the bad on it, so I really appreciate it. What are you running there for an antenna?
I'm running it's a Georgia-made antenna called a Maxcon offset center-fed dipole.
Yeah, Roger. Well, it's definitely working good for you there. That the off-center fed dipole, though. I've never ran an off-center fed. I've ran center-fed dipole. Well, that's what I'm on now. Technically, is a center-fed dipole. But yeah, I've never ran the off-center feds. I heard that they work real good. I've never ran an in-fed either. Even though I've got one sitting here, I need to get it up in the air and play with it there, Roger.
Yeah, Roger, I've got it hooked up at number 2 slide in the back of my I'm running a 101 Mike Papa with the U2. I've got it in-fed. Built a whole lot better. It takes a lot more power, and I don't have it put up yet, but I was greatly impressed by the in-fed that I initially started with. And, you know, I change over to it every now and then. It will do 160. The antenna that I'm mainly using will not do 160. You can't even think about trying to tune to it. But the little shorter in-fed is really weird. It's about 90-foot wire, 86 to 92, somewhere along in there, but it'll do 160.
Now, does that do 160? Is that with a tuner or is that without a tuner? Thank you, Mark.
With the in-fed,
what's your call sign, Mark?
Internal tuner. With the offset center-fed dipole, external tuner. I'm also running a Telstar LA1K amp, and I'm currently putting at about 1 kilowatt.
Roger. Well, you can see my radio sitting here if you're watching the live there. Kind of give you a little run around here. So we got the IC7300 right there. That's what we're running here. Talking on a Heil PR781 microphone right there. And we got ourselves a Dentron Clipperton L we're running over here. We're only running about 400 or 500 watts. Sorry about the camera. This camera's a piece of crap. But anyway, running about 400 or 500 watts on the peak there. Nothing crazy. So that's kind of what we got going on over here. So if you're watching live, you can actually see what I got going. But anyway, there you go. So no, it's working real good. And my antenna is a homemade 20-meter horizontal dipole that I built out of aluminum, broadside east and west, and it's about 30 feet in the air there, Roger.
Right, yeah, I'm looking at you turning the camera around. Appreciate the sort of hand track there. Yeah, that's the way that I have my dipole. It's east to west with the takeoff angle is going to be north and south and reception too.
Well, it's definitely working there. That it works real good. That's what's funny about this antenna. Essentially, all this antenna is, it's basically just a driven element from a beam. Is more or less what this is. So it's just a straight up half wave dipole there. Like I said, just a driven element for a beam, but there's no reflectors and directors on it or boom. So that's basically what I built.
Do you have that one grounded or running a chemical or anything? Just to see how
No, that antenna's not grounded. What I did do is I wrapped a choke on it. So I got RG213 running to it, and I wrapped about eight coils at about 6 inches or so, and I wrapped that up as the choke underneath it there. And I'll tell you what, man, this thing's like 1.3 to 1 across the entire 20-meter band, and it works really good. I don't know why, but it does. It's the best antenna I've ever built.
Good deal right there.
Heck yeah. And the cool part about it, it's interesting because my whole thing is I actually got a compass out, and I'm like, okay, I'm going to fix this thing. I don't have a rotator under it, even though I probably should. But I'm like, okay, I'm going to put this thing broadside east and west. I figure, okay, I can get into Europe and stuff like that. But what's crazy about it is, man, I'll hear like Mexico and South America just booming in here, just off the end of the antenna. So it seems to be relatively omnidirectional. It seems to work pretty good in almost every direction there.
Yeah, Roger that. It's not a common thing, but I have talked to Honolulu, Hawaii, and I have talked to Japan.
Oh, heck yeah. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I try to get into that net when I can. There's a Hawaii net. They call it the Ohana net here on 20 meters. I can't remember what frequency it's on. I always run into it. But if I'm out here in the morning times ever. But they got that going on. And, in Japan, I mean, gosh, yeah, there's so many cool contacts to make out there, and the solar cycle's a little bit up and down. It hasn't been the best one ever, but man, where we're at right now with the peak of the solar cycle too, it makes it a lot of fun. There's all kinds of stations out there, but like I said, conditions are just not that great tonight, so it is what it is. Maybe tomorrow they'll be a little bit better, but I kind of miss having days off during the week. It seems like I had a little better conditions during the week almost there, Roger.
Yeah, Roger that. Do you have your shack grounded with that curiosity?
I'm sorry, he's taking a drink of water. Say that one more time.
Do you have your shack grounded? I'm not talking about your coax, just, the little wing nets on the back of the radio, the back of the amplifier, the back of the tuner. Do you have all that running on out like a ground rod on the outside?
Yes, I do. I've got everything grounded over here. I don't like not having things grounded. So everything is grounded. I've got an 8-foot ground rod. Actually, my shack's in the basement. So interestingly enough, right on the other side of the wall here, it runs probably below the wall here, but into the ground. But yeah, no, I've got an 8-foot ground rod in there. I don't mess around with all that crap. I've got everything grounded. And I don't like RF in the shack there, my friend. I run as good a ground as I possibly can.
Yeah, Roger that. My dilemma with grounding, I'm right on the verge of having everything grounded, but it's about, I'd say, a good 25 to 35 foot run as far as ground wire. And I've talked to different hands that are parents, and they get different opinions, and that's just the way it goes in the hobby. But I've got the RG213 that's shielded, and I've trimmed the shielding back and exposed the forcing button. And I was going to put a few what's called mixed 31 ferrite chokes on the coax, and try taking one end to a copper ground bus that I've got, and then running it through the floor out 25 feet, and hooking it through the 8-foot ground rod that's already been sunk. And I was just curious as to your opinion on that.
Oh, heck, I think it'd work just fine and dandy, if you're using ground braid and whatnot. What I use here is actual ground wire, like that green. I buy it by the spool there, that green, just solid copper wire like you use for a house ground or whatever. That seems to work really good. I have used braid before. Years ago, I had my station I had when I was I think I was a teenager running a ham station, and what I had for wire, just taking what I had some old RG58 coax laying around, and I cut it open and took all the ground braid out of it, and I used that, and it worked great. So I think it would work just fine. I don't see any reason why the heck not. This is the ground wire. That solid copper wire is inexpensive, relatively, and it works really good. So yeah, I've got everything on a ground bus, kind of in the back of the radios, to the back of my bench there, and then the main wire, the big wire, goes from that ground bus out to the into the stake.
Yeah, where is that? I had one hand that I've never had met him personally. He's in Arizona, but there's an app called Telegram, and there's a good ham radio group in there, and he says that he uses a good long length of coax. I can't remember which type of coax it is, but it's got a pretty substantial semiconductor on it. But he's got a ceramic capacitor, 1,000 picofarad on each end, and one prong is soldered to the shield, and one prong is soldered to the semiconductor, and he's got it on both sides like that. And I'm gonna see how it works without it, but if it looks like it's picking up, if I'm getting a little bit more interference or something, I may try that, but I think I'm going to be good about having to do that.
Well, I don't see any issue, any reason why that wouldn't work, you know. But yeah, no matter what you do, boy, I mean, I'm not telling anybody what to do out there, you know, and I would recommend grounding your station. I mean, like I was actually talking with another ham buddy of mine over in Spokane, Washington, just a few hours ago here, as a matter of fact. We were talking about RF in the shack, and I told him, I says, well, gosh, I said, man, Jim, I don't think I've ever had RF in my shack, but where I have had RF is running HF in my pickup. This is a lot of years ago. I remember I had an amplifier, and I was running about 1,000 watts, give or take, in the pickup on HF, and the microphone would bite me. You know, if you get too close, and you were like sitting still, that microphone, the antennas weren't moving around. The microphone would actually bite your lip almost. You'd feel it kind of zap you, and it's like, well, what the heck? And so I ended up doing some grounding and bonding there. I ended up grounding, doors to the body and body to the frame, and running some extra grounds there and stuff like that, like from the cab to the bed, and eventually that went away. That they stopped doing that once you ran enough grounds. So that's the only time I think I've really had any amount of RF inside of a shack. But I've always been a firm believer and taught since I was a kid to ground. That's what I was always taught. It's like, even when I was like 11 years old, starting into this stuff, into ham radio, just, always run your grounds. They're more important than anything. Run your grounds.
Yeah, roger that. That's why I was asking. I've got a good bit of RF, having an amplifier, having a power supply, everything in close proximity. And, I think that things will be a good bit better once I can get some of this electrical field or common mode current piped out so that as efficiently as possible.
All right, Eric, I'll get you here in just a second, buddy.
Calm things down a little bit. I know if I go to a higher frequency, let's say 10 meters, and I key up at, say, around 1,000 watts, I got lights turning on in the room, the heater's turning on, little standalone heaters. I mean, it's turning on and off, all kind of crazy stuff. I'm hoping that'll go away.
Well, hopefully it will, and like you say, a lot of it can be common mode current on the coax too. So let me ask you, I do have somebody else on the live wanting to try to contact you, but I am going to ask you this real quick. Where your feed line goes into your antenna, did you wrap any sort of choke, or do you have a balun or anything of that nature there at the end of your feed line?
Right up there at the end of the transformer, about a foot down, I have a 1-to-1 balun that's about a foot long. It was an option with that antenna. And then, of course, I've got ferrite chokes on every wire in the shack. I mean, trying to minimize it down as much as I can. And, on the feed line, I've got 4 or 5 chokes on the feed lines, all that kind of stuff. Just trying to keep it down as much as possible.
Yeah, Roger, Roger. Well, as I say, it sounds like you could have some common mode current on the coax coming back at you or something like that. But yeah, it sounds like it might be a grounding issue. Hopefully that'll take care of it, which it doesn't always take care of it either. I mean, there's a lot of variables into why things do that. It could be, you could have the ground from your electrical system in your house could be corroded up. I ran into that in a house I lived in at one point. I had all this noise and I was like, what the heck? And it just kind of came out of nowhere. And I lived in the middle of town, and it was kind of one of those situations. I thought, well, maybe I had like houses all around me. And I thought, well, maybe one of these neighbors over here got some appliance they're running all the time now or something. I didn't know. And this went on forever, and it was affecting me even on like 2 meters and stuff like that. And, what I ended up doing is somebody said, well, check your ground for your house. And I went out and checked it, and the damn thing wasn't even connected anymore. And I went, what the heck is this crap? And so I ran a new wire up to, well, as far as I could anyway. And anyway, I reconnected the thing, and that noise all went away. So yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of different things to check there. This radio is an ICOM IC 7300.
I'm going to go ahead and let you go.
Eric, I'm getting to you right now, buddy.
We'll have a talk with you. Appreciate your time. 73, this is M4BWW. And can I get your call sign real quick?
You betcha there, sir. My call sign is Whiskey 7 Tango Victor Sierra. And I'm out here in Belt, Montana. There, Roger.
Yes.
All right there, my friend. I'm going to get you down the list as well here. They're going to send you another QSL card, or send you a QSL card as well. So that's November 4 Bravo Whiskey. Okay, we got you written down. We're going to add you to the list there and get a card out to you there, my friend. Great chewing with you tonight, and thank you for being out there, sir. And I hope you get some of them problems resolved. And hopefully I gave you a little bit of advice anyway. I don't claim to be like the best amateur radio operator in the world, but I do know a couple of things there anyway. So, all right there, Billy. Have a great night there, my friend. November 4 Bravo Whiskey. Have a wonderful evening there again, my friend, and thank you for being there. This is Whiskey 7 Tango Victor Sierra out here in the town that holds your pants up called Belt, Montana. 73, sir. And let's see, Eric, Kilo Delta 2, Hotel Whiskey Delta. How we doing there, sir? Yeah, Roger. I heard the 55 to 57 there tonight, and I got somebody on an adjacent frequency that kind of wiped you out. You're about the same here, about a 55 to 57, somewhere in there. I'm just going to log you as a 5.7. I mean, what the heck? It's QRZ. Let's just do it and do it right there. Right, Eric? Man, I apologize there, Eric. It's rough and tough out there, my friend. But, no, they weren't my flashlight. Oh, well. Anyway, I apologize there, buddy. It is rough out there. But we did get you in the logbook again. And I'm going to write you down, too. You're getting a QSL card, too. We're just getting all kinds of crazy with it. See, I got a whole new stack of QSL cards sitting here. And that's my big announcement, by the way, for anybody that knows what the heck I'm talking about. We got new QSL cards, and if you guys come in with me tomorrow, we'll go through and I'll show you what the heck they look like. But anybody who's been paying attention to my my content and my QRZ page know what my old one looks like. But we got brand new stuff coming here. So anyway, I'm going to drop you one in the mail too there, my friend. I'm sorry there, Eric. They're wiping you out there, buddy. Anyway, I hope you have a great rest of your night. Thanks for hanging with me in the live there, buddy. I know it's a little bit slow. I need to get on the ball here and make some more contacts, too. I've been doing too much rag chewing tonight. So, we're going to try to do that here. Let's see if we can't just get some contacts in the logbook here tonight. Thank you for being there, my friend, Eric. He's a good friend of mine there. Follows a lot of my content. So anybody check him out on QRZ. Kilo Delta 2, Hotel Whiskey Delta. This is Whiskey 7 Tango Victor Sierra. Out here in the town that holds your pants up called Belt, Montana. 73 there, my friend, and QRZ.
November 1. Answer radio 0 New Zealand.
Okay, so I heard a November 1 again?
November 1, Alpha Romeo Oscar.
There we go. November 1, Alpha Romeo Oscar. It looks like George in now my brain's not working, Maine.
Roger that. How you doing this evening?
Well, George, I'm doing pretty darn good, and I want to tell you there, my friend, you got a beautiful signal there, Roger.
Yeah, we appreciate that very much. We're using Alpha and Mosley and pointing at you.
Copy. Oh, I appreciate the Mosley being pointed at me there. I can see that on your QRZ page. Looks like you got a really cool house. I really dig that a lot. That is way cool. And I like the tower too. I mean, what the heck? And I'll be honest with you. No offense. I like the tractor, but I work for John Deere, so I have to be biased to the green paint there, Roger.
I hear you all day long.
That's all right. It's it's just kind of one of those things. I may or may not have owned a red tractor myself at one point in time. Hi.
Yeah, roger that. Yep. No, I love it. It's a 60-horse Coyote, and I use it every day.
Well, there you go. And there's nothing wrong with that, man. As long as that darn thing's working out good for you, that's all that matters. That's as long as the machine works. That's the deal right there, and that's how I was too. I used to use that thing to feed cows at Old Massey, so I had no problems. But anyway, you're a good 5 and 9 over here into central Montana, and that's one heck of an antenna you got there.
Yeah, roger that. 5.8 right here now, and good audio, sounding good back this way.
Roger. I really appreciate that there, my friend. How much power are you running out there?
Right now doing a kilowatt.
Yeah, Roger. I'm hitting you with about 400 or 500 watts over here, and you just bumped up to 5 over 9.
Perfect. Yep, it's an Alpha 374A, and the ICOM 7300 stock light.
Yeah, Roger. Man, I got a lot of people on adjacent frequencies. Looks like the band scope's just lit up here. I don't know what the heck. I don't know if conditions are picking up or what the heck's going on over here.
Yeah, it's been pretty slow, pretty tight all evening there, all day, so I've been down on 10 meters, pointing my beam towards Texas to start the holler, and out of the woodwork, gives them something to do.
Yeah, Roger. Well, that's kind of the way it goes, and that's kind of what I'm doing here, killing a little bit of time. I probably got about another hour here, and I'm going to hop out of the shack. But anyway, there, Harold, George, I apologize. I really appreciate you being in there, my friend, and wonderful QRZ page, beautiful signal. You're about the biggest signal I've seen over here all night.
We appreciate that. We work hard for it, and I'm glad it's working. Listen, you sounded good back this way, too. So, 73, have a good evening.
All right there, my friend. Thank you very much. I got you logged in the logbook there, and hope you have a wonderful rest of your night over there on the East Coast. And something else I just realized, I never changed the time on this dadgum radio. It's an hour behind. I'm going to have to do that here at some point, too. Anyway, November 1, Alpha Romeo Oscar. This is Whiskey 7, Tango Victor Sierra out here in Belt, Montana. 73, sir, and QRZ. Okay, I heard a Kilo Bravo station again.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Kilo Bravo 0, Uniform Zulu. And if my thing will load here, I'll try to figure out who the heck you are. And apparently it's not going to load. So it looks like we're going back to paper log here. But anyway, there it goes. Oh, look at that. Looks like Michael in Missouri there, QSO. Well, you're sounding real good over here, but man, there is somebody just like a couple of kilohertz away just wiping me out. I might actually have to move frequencies here. I don't know. But anyway, you are a good 5 and 9 there, Roger.
You're also a 5.9+5 in the Southwest Missouri, Mike Oscar, and we're running 100 watts today. But great signal out of Montana.
Copy. I really appreciate that there, sir. And your 100 watts is definitely doing a good job there, Michael. That's for sure. I like the call sign there, and I'm assuming was that a government issue call sign, or did you pick that one?
No, they gave me the FCC gave me my first call sign, which was totally horrific. I won't even tell you what it is. So my nickname is Paul, Bravo Uniform Zulu. So I got a new call sign.
Copy. Okay, I kind of wondered there, and I figured it was one or two things. I figured it was either your nickname there, or maybe something else. I mean, heck, I don't know. We can leave it up to the imagination, but but I definitely like it. That's a good one. I love it because you don't hear those unique call signs all the time. But that's a great call sign, man. I love it. Kilo Bravo Zero, Uniform Zulu Zulu. K-Buzz, I like it.
Yes, sir. Okay, Buzz. My first call sign was KF0AKR. If you've ever watched the movie Meet the Fockers with Robert De Niro, that's what my call sign sounded like.
That's kind of what I was. Well, I didn't quite put it with that movie, but when you said it, I went, okay, I can see why you changed that one. That's all right. It is what it is. It's interesting what the governmental issue was there, Roger.
Oh yeah, and I was listening to talk to you, George, earlier. You're John Deere guy. I've got a 1941 Case tractor out at Stanley Farm, and she's still running.
Oh heck yeah! There's nothing wrong with it. Like I said, I work for that. I just work for the Green Company, so that's I have to be biased there. But and I won't tell company secrets either. Hi. But no, there's nothing wrong with them. I have nothing against it. In fact, I just like tractors in general. I don't really care what color they are. But boy, by golly, when I'm at work, I got to talk all kinds of smack there, Roger.
Oh yeah, Roger. Hey man, you got a beautiful signal from Montana down here in the southwest Missouri, man. I do appreciate you taking me a big signal down here, brother.
Roger there, Michael. All right. Okay, if I call you Buzz, I mean, what the heck? If that's all right with you there, sir, I'll definitely do that. But anyway, is that all right if I call you Buzz?
Oh yeah, everybody does, man.
All right. Well, I can get my foot on the dadgum foot pedal over here. Okay, like I said, I'm getting QSL card happy over here, so I'm gonna add you to the list there. I'm doing it right now. I like to do it while I'm on the air, just to rant and rave and well, I already messed it up. Holy cow, look at me go. Maybe I'm the one that needs that call sign, even though I'm not even, well, we won't go there. Anyway, okay. I got you written down. I'm going to make a little side note there too, because I know it's going to say Michael, but I'm just making a side note on that. So anyway, all right there, buddy. I got Buzz. I got you written down there, my friend, and I'm going to get a QSL card out to you probably next week. And I hope you have a great rest of your night there, Roger.
Right on, I will. Sun's getting ready to go down, and I'm going to start getting my buzz on. Over.
Hey, there you go, my friend. That's what I'm going to be doing too. As soon as I'm done doing what I'm doing here in about an hour. So we got to make the best of our short weekends there, Roger.
Oh, you know it. You know that for sure.
All right there, my friend. I don't like to do that too much on the radio because then I start getting crazy and I can't keep things straight, which is probably par for the course for me anyway half the time. So, I don't need the extra help there, hi. But anyway, all right there, Buzz. I really appreciate you being there, my friend, and hope to catch you down the coax another time there, buddy. And we'll catch you later on. Great signal out of Missouri today. And you keep rocking that red tractor out there, my friend. You just keep on going. That's all right. One of these days, you'll get with the green paint there. It always happens there, hi. Anyway, okay, Buzz. Have a good night there, my friend. Kilo Bravo Zero, Uniform Zulu Zulu. Great signal there, buddy. This is Whiskey 7 Tango Victor Sierra out here in the town that holds your pants up called Belt, Montana. 73, sir.
73 is my brother. Great little short QSL.
Kilo Quebec 4, Papa Mike Bravo. Hello. Congratulations on Newham.
Exchange.
All right, that last one there. Say it one more time.
November, Baker 7, Papa X-Ray.
That's a big signal over here. November Bravo 7, Papa X-Ray, and that looks like Jerry up in Yamhill.
That's right. You got it right. And your name?
I am Travis, Tango Romeo Alpha, Victor India Sierra there, Roger.
I got it, Travis. That call is familiar to me. I don't know why. Probably doesn't make any difference. I'm an old man. I was a collector of QSL cards, Travis. If you'd like one, you send me one. I have about 100 left. I'm going on 92, and I want to clean up the paper around here that I paid for. Over.
Oh, absolutely. I believe, and I think I'm looking on the wall here. I think I have one of yours. This is like our third contact that I have logged anyway. Let me see. I don't see it over there anywhere, but I'm just going to drop you one in the mail. What the heck? I'm QSL card happy tonight. So we're just going to get you on the list. and by golly, we'll go from there. But I may have sent you one before. I'm not sure. Mine's the one that has all the Northern Lights all over it there, Roger.
I don't remember. At my age, I don't have a hell of a lot of memory, over.
Well, that's okay there, my friend. There's nothing wrong with that. But so, how long? Can I ask you how long you been in Yam Hill?
Well, I've been here 18 years where I'm at.
Roger. Well, I was just kind of wondering there because my Elmer / step-grandfather, who got me started in amateur radio almost 30 years ago, he was out of Salem there. And that's where I started ham radio, was out of Salem.
And what was his name?
His name was Ron Brunk. Kilo Bravo 7 Sierra Oscar was his call.
Well, I tell you this, I knew him.
Really? Wow. That's interesting. Yeah, he's. I remember very vividly. I remember asking my grandma one time. I says, "Where the heck's Grandpa Ron at?" And she's like, "Oh, he's downstairs. Go bother him." And he was down there playing on the radio, and I had no clue what the heck he was doing. And he started showing me. And like I said, this is almost 30 years ago now. And boy, I've been hooked ever since. So there you go.
What's the microphone you're using?
My microphone I'm using right now is a Heil PR781. I run everything, or it's on a boom, and I run everything on a foot pedal over here.
Well, I'm running a PR40. I knew it was a Heil microphone for sure. I have all kinds of microphones, from D104s to all kinds of stock.
Oh my gosh, it's awesome.
But I have.
Thanks for the follow, Newham, Kilo Juliet 5, Fox, Kilo Fox. Congratulations, sir.
Studio B on an FT-DX101MP. There's a D10, or not a D104, PR40. I like them. I know they cost a lot of money, but you get what you pay for, over.
Well, my friend Jerry, you're 100% right. And that's the thing. My buddy tells me that too. He's like, "Yeah, I know you love that 781, but you really need to get a PR40." And the radio I'm running here is an ICOM IC7300, and my amplifier is an old Dentron Clipperton L. I'm only running around 400 or 500 watts. But let me ask you this too: do you? And I can never remember his darn call sign, but there's another ham that was around that area. And his name, he called himself Rudy, but Rudolph was his name. Do you remember him?
Yes, but he's gone. Golly, what the heck was it? It was a W7 something. I don't remember what it was, but yeah, I knew him.
I'll be darned. That's interesting. I met him one time, and my grandfather actually told him to leave because he was, how can we put this nicely and be radio friendly? He'd been drinking. We'll just say that there, hi.
His language got a little wild, didn't it?
Yep, and that's what happened too. The language got a little bit hyphy, and I remember that he says, "Yeah, you're gonna have to go. You know, my wife and grandson aren't liking this too much." And yeah, I think I was about 12 or 13. I remember that. But anyway, yeah, interesting stuff. That's so cool that you knew those guys, man. And Ron, he's been a Silent Key now for, oh gosh, it's probably been. Oh man, I guess it's probably been 6 or 7 years now, so it's been a little, maybe even a little longer. Yeah, it's been a little while.
Yeah, it's been almost 11, I think. There's another one down there with that group. He was a bricklayer, and he worked for me for, oh gosh, I don't know, maybe 45 years. And a good friend of mine.
5-9 in Oklahoma, thanks, buddy.
Away from here now, K7 Zulu Sierra. They went down and took the station apart, and he had just scads and scads of equipment. And I can't think of his name now. Doggone it. I can picture myself
out of
my office.
Thanks for the shares.
He was behind schedule.
And the likes.
You know, he give me the bird. Over.
Yeah, well, you know, that's just the way it goes sometimes, I guess. But oh man, yeah, no, that's man, it's just so cool. I tell you, because it was about 2-3 weeks ago here when I talked to somebody else who who knew my step grandfather, and you're only the second person I've talked to that actually knows him or knew him there. And so I was talking to Whiskey 9 Alpha Victor Mike is who I was talking to here a couple weeks ago, and he actually sent me. Of course, I sent him a QSL card, but he actually sent me his paper log with a contact with Kilo Bravo 7 Sierra Oscar. And this was in January 9th of 1982 on 3.935 on sideband there. And he gave Ron a 5 and 8 there, Roger.
I'll be darned. Well, did you belong to the Willamette Valley DX Club?
I did not belong to the DX Club. I do know some guys that still are a part of it, and I follow their stuff. You know, now with the social media and whatnot, I do follow the DX Club and whatnot. But I was never actually a member.
Oh yeah, I've been a member for a lot of years. I haven't been to a meeting in quite a while. They've moved it to
Thank you,
east
Half
side of
Pint.
Portland. I don't drive at night, and I don't drive in the rain, so I just see these guys now and then at different. Down at Rick Riall, I see him quite often, and down at Seaside, and maybe up at Chiala if somebody will take me up there. I don't drive that far. Anyway, Travis, I'm going to go get something to drink because I'm starting to get hoarse. It's been my pleasure, and I'll be looking forward to your card, and I'm going to pull one here right now and set it aside. I have a full stack in the file cabinet, and I'm looking at about 25 left up here in the shelf. So I want to get rid of them. I paid good money for them, and I don't want my wife to burn them up over.
No, I'm sorry. I shouldn't laugh at that, but I totally understand 100%. I just got a whole stack of 500 of them in the mail today, and so I'll actually send you two. I got my my original one, and then I've got another one that I put together that like I said, I just got today, and it really it just really gives you the beauty of Belt, Montana out here. So I actually lived in Junction City for a lot of years over there. But it's interesting because I never really talked to anybody in that area on HF until I moved out here. Now I talk to all you guys, so it's pretty cool. But all right there, Jerry. Like I said, I'll probably get it out next week. I got a whole pile of them. I'm probably going to get them all filled out tomorrow and get everything enveloped up and whatnot. So anyway, I'll be looking forward to getting one from you as well there, my friend. Thank you very much. And I hope you have a wonderful rest of your night and a great rest of your weekends there, sir. And, man, I sure hope to rap with you another time there, Jerry. Pleasure's on my end as well there, my friend. And I hope you have a great rest of your night there, sir. I will gladly accept one of your cards for sure, and I'll hang it proudly right here in the shack on the wall right in front of me. So, November Bravo 7 Papa X-Ray. This is Whiskey 7 Tango Victor Sierra out here in the town that holds your pants up called Belt 73, sir.
Okay, Travis. Well, you can catch me in the mornings on 20 at 14340 on the California Hawaii net. You're welcome to come and join us. There are a couple other stations from Montana that drop in periodically. But be nice to hear you on the Norway Baker 7 Post Exchange. 7 TVS. Is that right? So please, I could have some fun with that.
Yeah, no, you nailed it, Jerry. That's exactly right. And that's where I know you from. That's exactly where I know you from. 14.340. Yep, I've heard you out there before there, my friend. That's probably where you've heard me, too. I'll bet you.
Yeah, it's very, very possible, Travis. Have a great weekend. Enjoy what's left of it. From Norway, Baker 7 Post Exchange, Pineapple Express, Papaya Express, Potato Express, anything else you want to put on there, over?
Oh, man, yeah. Oh, we could just keep going with that. I mean, man, like we could be the Pie Exchange. I mean, oh, man, no, we better not even go there. But we could just keep going. My brain just keeps on, spitting them out. But anyway, all right, Jerry, have a good night there, sir. November 7, Papaya Exchange over there. Yeah, you have a good day there out of Yamhill. We'll catch you later there, buddy. 73 there, my friend. Whiskey 7, Tango Victor Sierra out here in Belt, Montana. QR's at
Norway Victor 7, Papa X-ray, 73.
ending in Papa. Okay, was that Whiskey Delta 9 Hotel Golf Papa?
Whiskey Delta 9 Hotel Kilo,
Okay, there we go. Whiskey Delta 9 Hotel Kilo Papa. So it looks like Wayne in Illinois there. Roger. Roger, Roger. You are also a 5 and 9. I appreciate that there, Wayne. You are a good, solid 5-9 copy. I got somebody a couple kilohertz away, kind of wiping everybody out, but you're coming over the top mostly there, Roger.
Yeah, I know. I got him here too. I was listening to the radio here, and
That's not a noise floor. That's QRM.
and there's people watching. Yeah, I'm a little swag here. I'm 270, and great on you, but sometimes they run the phone. Just kidding, but I need it. And maybe I can call you after
Yeah, Roger, Roger. I'm sorry there, Wayne. I'm hearing you in there, but I think they must be like a kilohertz below me. I can hear them clearly. Whiskey 6 Tango is what they're saying, I believe, or something like that. But I think they're like a kilohertz below. There must be a DX station. It looks like 20 meters is starting to light up big time here. When I first started doing this, there wasn't nothing on the band. Now it's just completely lit up. So my entire band scope's going crazy over here. But anyway there, Wayne, I got you logged in the logbook there, my friend. And I think I'm going to take a little break and roll around and see what the heck's going on. Because if there's a DX station in there, I don't want to be coming over on them. But anyway there, Wayne, we got you in there, my friend. Thank you very much for being there. Whiskey Delta 9 Hotel Kilo Papa. This is Whiskey 7 Tango Victor Sierra out here in the town that holds your pants up called Belt. 73, and I'm going to take just a little bit of a break here and roll around the band for just a second.
Thank you for picking me up, and good 73, have a good weekend, and I'll send you a QSL card, WD9HTV, shining clear is W7 CBS, so 73, Travis, thank you for picking me up.
Absolutely there, Wayne. Absolutely. I heard all that time for sure. Yeah, you drop me one, I'll drop you one back 100%. So I'll keep my eye on the mailbox there, and I'll be sure to get one in the pile out to you. So anyway, thank you there, Wayne. Have a good night. Whiskey Delta 9 Hotel Kilo Papa. This is Whiskey 7 Tango Victor Sierra, and I'll be back here in just a minute. Yeah, see, I don't get it. I don't know what the heck's going on.
Delta 7, Fox Charlie, and N6PH, number 12, Barry, California, over.
Yeah, that happens to me too, Eric. And sometimes my noise floor is like an S5, S6 right now, but not always, but for some reason on the weekends it is. Where was I at? 272? So that's the thing. So I quit, and then heck with it. What do we got? Man, we got a lot of stuff. 20 meters is just like lighting up. Oh man, we got DX coming in, don't we? Oh, here we go. Oh, it's a contest.
Kilo 7 Sierra Victor, Kate RJU, 25, Grace, Michigan.
I hate.
Michigan, Mike India.
Grace, what is your state?
Michigan, Mike India.
No, it's not late for 20 meters at all. It's only 6:30 over here. Oh God, it's a sprint. That's what's going on. These contesters have no disregard for anybody. No offense, but they don't. But that's what's going on. It's a sprint. Thank you for follows. I appreciate that. See, that's what that big signal is. Yeah, we can touch on that if we want. But I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing here. Heck with it. All right, CQ20 meters. CQ20 meters. Whiskey 7 Tango Victor Sierra. CQ20 meters. Whiskey 7 Tango Victoria Sugar. Kilowatt 0 Sierra Mike. Good signal up here in Belt, Montana. That looks like Shawn in Nebraska there, QSL. Roger. Well, I appreciate that. There, you're a good solid 5 and 9, and I apologize for the pause there. I was like, man, 20 meters is lit up, and then I was getting all this QSB and stuff, and I was like going, what in the world? And there was apparently a sprint going on, so there's a little contest happening here. That's what's going on there. Copy there, Sean. I really appreciate it, sir. You're doing a pretty good job up here in the Montana today, too. So, anyway, there, sir, you have a great rest of your night. Thank you for Nebraska, and I hope you have a good rest of your weekend there, my friend. Kilo 0 Sierra Mike. This is Whiskey 7 Tango Victor Sierra up here in the town that holds your pants up called Bell. 73 and QRZ. All right, Kilo 2 Quebec Oscar. That looks like Mark in New York there, QSL. Good signal. I got you a 5 and 9 over here into central Montana.
Okay, thanks very much. Obviously, you're not in the sprint, but I got you 5 and 9 here into western New York.
Roger. No, I am not in the sprint. I absolutely am not. So, anyway, I didn't even know what was going on there. I was like, what the heck? But, anyway, there you go. All right, sir. Well, thank you for the contact there, Mark. And keep up the good work there, my friend. We'll catch you on down the log.
Okay, 73. What's your call?
My call sign is Whiskey 7 Tango Victor Sierra. Okay, it's Whiskey 7 Tango Victor Sierra there, QSL.
Yeah, got it. Kilo 7 Sugar. Go ahead.
Roger. Kilo 7 Sugar. Daniel up in Seattle. You're a 5 and 9.
I need your number and name and state.
I am not giving a number or any of that. I am not part of the sprint. I am just a guy out here. Been calling QRZ for about an hour and a half.
Okay, well, I'll work you. You're 5 and 9. My name is Dan, and I'm in Seattle, and I think you're in Nevada, aren't you?
I'm actually over here in Belt, Montana is where I'm at, central part of the state. And, yeah, you're like 5'9 plus 5. My name is Travis, so I will tell you that there.
Yeah, I know. We have had east skip into Montana today. Unbelievable signals while the rest of the country is down.
Yeah, crazy how that works out. That's what I was saying. When I started here an hour and a half ago, the band was like dead, and then all of a sudden I got like QSB everywhere. I went, what the heck?
Yeah, it's fireworks time on the sun. Okay, Travis, have fun, and you may decide to join in and start giving numbers, but I put you down for your number 1.
Roger. I do appreciate that there, sir. All right, my friend Daniel, you take care. Thank you for being there, sir. Kilo 7 Sierra. This is Whiskey 7 Tango Victor Sierra out here in a town that holds your pants up called Belt. 73 and QRZ. Yeah, I heard a Kilo November station.
Kilo November 6 Sierra Oscar Juliet, Fernando.
All right, Kilo November 6 Sierra Oscar Juliet. Beautiful signal up here, the Fernando there in California.
Great, likewise here. You're sounding good. 5x9, 5x7, but they go up to 5x9. So, and we'll just go with a 5x9. Sounding good, Travis. Hopefully you're having a great day and enjoying your time there. Here in California, I think we're at 78 degrees, a little bit of rain, and we're doing great. So I appreciate you getting back to me. 73, Kilo November 6 Sierra Oscar Juliet.
Roger there, Fernando. Yeah, you're doing real good here there, sir. A good solid 59. And weather out here, we're currently, gosh, I don't know, about 25 degrees, snow. You know, all the good stuff up here in the northern part of the country there, Roger.
Yeah, Roger. You really can't ask for anything else, huh? Here, I was in I just lied. I was in San Jose, California. Same weather. Thought I was going to have a little bit nicer weather here. I flew in yesterday to Palm Desert. Palm Springs. That was nice, around 90 degrees, but 130 miles in this direction, and now we're back to lousy weather. But I'll let you keep on doing what you do best. 73 from KN6SOJ.
Copy there, Fernando. All right there, my friend. Well, hey, you're sounding real good. Keep up the good work there, sir. You got a beautiful signal up here. You were like 5 over that last round. So, yeah, you're doing a good job there, my friend. And just so you know, I am running an ICOM IC7300. High LPR 781 microphone, and my amplifier is a Dentron Clipperton L. I'm loafing it along right around 500 watts or so, and my antenna is a homemade 20-meter horizontal dipole that I built out of aluminum. Things broadside east and west, about 30 feet in the air. So anyway, just want to throw that out there. Have a good night there, Fernando. Kilo November 6 Sierra Oscar Juliet. This is Whiskey 7 Tango Victor Sierra out here in Belt, Montana. 73, sir.
Alrighty, well, let me just repeat what I got there, because we're similar a little bit. I caught 304 golf Mike. We on the SB200, probably doing 550 to 600 whiskeys in your direction. On that, well, not your direction, on an inverted V, I put up like around 10 days ago, around 32 feet up in the air, and we're having a blast with it, over, and 73.
Oh, yeah, no, absolutely. I didn't mean to cut you off there, sir. No, that inverted V is working real good there, man. Yeah, you got just a bodacious signal. So, I mean, gosh, no complaints on my end. And, I mean, basically, well, I guess I'm not really on an inverted V, but it's just a horizontal dipole, I guess. So, not too much difference there. This one's just a mono band, though. It's I'm assuming yours probably is, too, isn't it?
You could say it was made for 14 or 20 meters, but the tuner in the ladder line is working very well. No complaints here. The ladder line, I mean, I'm barely getting into the ladder line thing. It's very forgiving, very tunable.
Yeah, that is the thing about ladder line, and there's virtually no loss in it either. You know, that's really cool. So I have an old G5 RV that I've had rolled up in a ball over here for years. And I got this big old Dentron MT2000A roller inductor tuner sitting here. And it's got the direct inputs there for I can put ladder line straight to it. And my buddy keeps telling me, he's like, cut that stupid SO239 off of that thing, string that thing up in the air and run that darn thing as a doublet, man. And he said it should work really good. I just haven't done it yet.
Okay, so the way you run that one, you actually do the lateral line, you run to the SO239, and then you run your coax. So you will use your LMR 400 or 213. That is the correct way to do it. So do not remove that. It's not made to go directly to the tuner.
Well, and see, heck, I didn't know. I think I only had the thing up for like a day, and I took it down years and years ago and rolled it up and threw it in the box somewhere because I just didn't like it. But that's kind of what I thought. But he said, man, you can put it on that tuner and run it different. But I don't know. I never messed with it too much. I just kind of said, what the heck ever.
I would say, I mean, this is my third week using it, and I put my QRP radio on it, doing 3 watts on 80 meters. I was talking up to
Roger. Victor Echo 3, Kilo Juliet X-ray.
Amazingly, it's made to work with a tuner.
Phone freak, my friend.
I not believe in it, and I've been using it. Yeah, it takes me around 3 to 5 minutes to set up and tune, but you know what? It's been the best thing so far, and I'm enjoying the hobby. It's not doing it automatic. I'm learning how to tune manually and being patient with it. So that's the good thing about it, over.
Well, that's the best way to do it, you know, and basically this antenna that I built that I'm talking on right now, it basically all it is just a radiating element on a beam, more or less. That's basically what it is. So it's just a half wave dipole there, you know, and there's just no boom, no reflector, no director on it. So all I did is I just took some 213, whacked the PL259 off the end there, stripped it back, hot to one side, ground to the other, wrapped about 8 turns of a 6-inch round choke there right below the antenna, about a foot below it, and ran her into the shack, stuck that thing up in the air, and by golly, she's 1.3 to 1 across the band. So that's all I got going. It's nothing fancy. And, you know, if somebody rolls up to the house and looks at that antenna up there, they're going, "What the heck is that?" But man, it works good.
Well, Travis, this is the 100 watt. This is 0 watts on the 7300. I turned the baby off, so I'm probably about 5x5, 5x4, but I did turn down the whiskey. And this is what your radio will do,
Well, there you go. Okay, so this right here, oh my gosh, that's about 20 watts. That's about 20 watts right now there, Roger.
Big difference. Yeah, you're coming in at 5 by 8.
Yeah, I'm having a hard time hearing you now there, my friend. They got that little contest going on there, but yeah, no, you drop down to like a 5 and 6 or so without the amplifier on, so it definitely makes a big difference.
Yeah, we just turned it back on. So yeah, so I appreciate you getting back to me. I think especially around 650, this Vectronics is the MRS. I don't have it in a cake. I know that B200 does 550 to 600 watts. So 33, give me a call sign, please. I wrote down your name and give me your call sign again.
Absolutely there, my friend. My call sign is Whiskey 7 Tango Victor Sierra. Roger, roger.
And man, that's an easy call there. TVS, I love it. All right, Travis, I appreciate you responding back to me. So I guess you wouldn't respond if I wasn't running the SB200. I guess that's the nature of running extra whiskeys. I guess my friends have a point. Sometimes we gotta run it just to make it happen. So 73 for Kilo November 60. Oscar Julius, confirming California to Union Valley, brother.
All right, Fernando, I really appreciate you there, man. And yeah, that's it. Sometimes you just got to run the extra power, man. I mean, I know a lot of guys that like to run QRP and all that jazz, but sometimes you just got to do it. And frankly, the conditions just aren't that great tonight, so I'm glad you did. Fantastic QSO there, buddy. I got you down on my list. I got you in the logbook, and I'm going to get you a QSL card out next week there, buddy. So anyway, keep a lookout for that one in the mailbox there, and as long as you're good on QRZ, I'll be sending one out. So anyway, Fernando, you take care. Congratulations, my friend. You're doing an absolutely fantastic job over here in the Montana tonight. Keep up the good work there, sir, and hope to catch you on down the coax another time there, my friend. You got a beautiful sounding station there. You're doing a great job. Kilo November 6, Sierra Oscar Juliet. This is Whiskey 7 Tango Victor Sierra out here in the town that holds your pants up called Belt, Montana. 73, my friend.
Kilo 8 Tango, Mike Japan.
All right, I got Kilo 8 Tango Mike Juliet. Looks like Ty in Ohio there, Roger.
QSL Travis, good hearing you on my radio again. I actually just looked over and seen you live on TikTok, so I figured I'd come over here and say good evening time to you, QSL.
Roger there, Ty. Well, I tell you what, my friend, this looks like number 5 that we've contacted there. Thanks for watching me on the live there, too. That's awesome. I really appreciate that there, as usual there, my friend. And beautiful signal up here, man. I mean, you're like a 5 and 9 plus 5 there, Roger.
QSL, you were 5'9 plus 5 here also. I have a whole QRM, so I ain't going to hold it. I just wanted to jump in there and say hello to you again. So I'll let you get back at it, make some more contacts, my friend.
Roger there, Ty. All right there, buddy. I'm going to get you written down, too, because I'm QSL card happy today. I don't know why, but for some reason I just am. So I'm just making a list and checking it twice there, Roger. Anyway, all right there, Ty. I got you in the log there, buddy, and we'll get you a card in the mail there, my friend. You have a good rest of your evening there. Kilo 8, Tango Mike Juliet. Oh, by the way, there's a contest going on. They call it a sprint. That's why there's so much hash and trash and stuff on the band there. But anyway, it is what it is. Kilo 8, Tango Mike Juliet. Have a good night there, Ty. From Whiskey 7, Tango Victor Sierra out here in Belt, Montana. 73, sir.
All right, Travis, I'll say 73 to you.
QRZ. Man, I got so many signals, it's wiping everything out. Let's do it one more time. Whiskey 7, Tango, Victor, Sierra, QRZ. All right, KI, Kilo India 7, Yankee. That looks like James in Milwaukee there, Roger. Copy. I got you a 5 and 9. Good 5 and 9 into Central Montana. QSL.
Thank you. See you later.
Have a good night there, my friend. Whiskey 7, Tango, Victor, Sierra, QRZ. Okay, there we go. I got you that time there. November 6, Zulu Foxtrot Oscar. That looks like William in California there, Roger.
Yeah, I need your number, your name, and your state.
Okay, well, my name and my state. So my name is Travis, Tango Romeo Alpha Victor India Sierra. My state is Montana, Mike Tango, and I'm not participating in the sprint there.
Oh, okay, Travis. Can I give you a number 1?
Yeah, number one works great there. Well, I guess you'd be number two. I'd be number two on that one, I guess, because I think somebody else thought I was participating too there, Roger.
You're 5 and 9. We're located about 100 miles north of San Francisco. Handling Bill, and if you want it, number 41.
Copy there, Bill. All right there, my friend. Well, you're doing a good job. You're a good solid 5 and 9 up here into Belt, Montana. We're almost center of the state out here. About 70 miles to the east is center of the state. So that's kind of where we're at here. But anyway, you got a great signal there, my friend.
Well, thank you. You live in a beautiful location.
Yeah, I absolutely love it out here. We're out here on the prairie lands and the rolling hills, so it's beautiful, beautiful country. We're currently about 25 degrees and snowing there, Roger.
Oh my goodness, yeah, we've had that actually fairly recently here. We're on top of a 2,000-foot peak here in Kelseyville, California, and boy, we had a wonderful vacation here in Glacier National Park.
Yeah, Roger. Well, yeah, you're on a 2,000-foot peak, so you guys definitely do get it there. It's not like you're down at sea level, like in L.A. or what the heck ever there. But yeah, that's awesome, man. Yeah, we're sitting at about 3,500 feet roughly. That's kind of where we're at. But really, to give you a little, I don't know, excuse me, I don't know how good, familiar you are with Montana, but a little better thing to say where I'm at here. I'm about 17 miles southeast of Great Falls. Kilo 7 Pop X-ray Echo. Hello, sir. Yeah, I think you said you're on a newer Elecraft there. There's so much noise from the sprint going on, but anyway, it's doing a good job there, man. It's a little up and down. The bank conditions are not that great, but what I'm running here, I'm running an ICOM IC 7300. I'm running a Heil PR 781. My amplifier is a Dentron Clipperton L, and I'm running around 400 or 500 watts on the peaks there. Not running it real hard. And my antenna is a homemade 20-meter horizontal dipole that I built out of aluminum, broadside east to west, about 30 feet in the air there. QSL?
That's doing great. I'll let you go and I can get on with the podcast. So, 73, thank you so much. W7TDS, and then 67,
Roger there, Bill. All right there, my friend. Thank you very much for being in there. I really appreciate the contact, and good luck on the contest there, my friend. November 6th, Zulu Foxtrot Oscar. This is Whiskey 7, Tango Victor Sierra out here in the town that holds your pants up called Belt, Montana. 73. What the fuck is going on? Oh, man. Sorry, I didn't mean to say that. All right, let's see. I think I got a Victor Echo 4 Victor Tango. Is that right? Victor Echo 4 Victor Tango. All right, well, I guess he didn't want to stick around. All right, well, let's see here. Let's get I'll do one or two more here, and I'm probably going to call it a night there. But anyway, Whiskey 7, Tango Victor Sierra, QRC. What the? Okay, here we go. Kilo Echo 6, Whiskey Tango Foxtrot. All right, Eric down there in California. I've talked to you before. How the heck we doing? Oh, gosh, I can't complain. I just as soon as that QRZ page came up, and I looked at your picture, I'm like, yeah, I know that guy.
Yeah, I've been kind of dormant for a while, but just trying to get back out there. The bands are beautiful right now. It's ringing signals. I can't believe it.
Yeah, and when I first came in here, about an hour and 45 minutes ago, the band was completely dead. So I don't know, but we got this contest going on, so it's starting to light up. Thanks for the heart. Yeah, that's exactly what happened to me. I was getting all this stuff here, and all this crap, and I'm like, what the heck's going on? And I'm looking at the band scope, and I'm hearing Sprint and all this stuff. I'm like, oh, that's what's happening. But yeah, whatever. Nah, my electric bill don't go up that much. Copy there, Eric. All right, there, my friend. You have a good rest of your night, and we'll catch you on down the coax there, buddy. Thank you for being in there, and great to contact you again. We got you in the logbook. Kilo X-Ray 6, Whiskey Tango Foxtrot. This is Whiskey 7 Tango Victor Sierra out here in the town that holds your pants up called Belt, Montana. 73. All right, something Romeo Charlie. All right, Kilo Romeo 1, Charlie, Kilo Charlie, and that looks like Rick in Salem, Utah. Oh, gosh, I can't complain. I'm doing pretty darn good. How the heck are you doing there, Mr. Rick?
I'm doing great. You were a solid 5'9" in Utah. We got snow, we got rain, we got 50 degrees.
Well, I really appreciate the solid 5 and 9 there, sir. You're about a 5'7" to 5'8", and band conditions are mediocre, so you're doing pretty good there. And yeah, I just tell you, I hear you saying you got some rain and stuff. We're about currently 25 degrees and snowing. We're expecting about a foot of snow tonight, so we'll see what the heck happens. And my YL's got to go to work in the morning, so I'm sure she's just absolutely thrilled about having to drive 20 miles in that. But yeah, that's what we get for living out here there, Roger. Roger. Well, that ICOM IC706, man, those are awesome rigs. Is it a Mark II-G or just standard at the 706? Thanks for the likes. Yeah, copy. Well, I'm catching most of what you're saying there, but this contest going on, they're kind of wiping you out. I do apologize there, but man, yeah, Rick, you're sounding good there, buddy. And those 706s are fantastic rigs. I have its predecessor there, the IC7000. In fact, it's sitting right over here next to me. Usually it's in my pickup, but right now it's not. It's sitting right here on the bench. And I'm currently talking on an IC7300. So, yeah, I like the ICOM line for sure there, my friend. And it's doing a good job there, buddy. But anyway, like I said, they're making it pretty rough on you. And I'm going to maybe get one or two more, and I'm going to get the heck out of here. So we got you in a logbook there, my friend. I'm going to get you wrote down just because I'm QSL card happy tonight. I don't know why, but I am. So we're going to go ahead and write that one down. Kilo Romeo 1, Charlie, Kilo Charlie. And we're going to go ahead, if I can write and read my own writing. Anyway, wow, I'm struggling with a pen tonight. That's okay. It is what it is. That's what happens in TVS land. So, all right, Rick, have a great rest of your night there, sir. Kilo Romeo 1, Charlie, Kilo Charlie. 73 there, my friend. This is Whiskey 7 Tango Victor Sierra out here in the town that holds your pants up called Belt, Montana, running a high LPR 781 there, Roger. Jim, just that was for you.
Kilo X-Ray 7 Victor Hotel Foxtrot.
All right, here we go. Let's see. We got another one there. We got Kilo X-Ray 7 Victor Hotel Foxtrot. That's Ryan out of Washington there, Roger.
Roger. Did you say you're from Montana over?
Absolutely there, my friend. I am out here in a town that holds your pants up called Belt.
Roger that. Just curious, I just put up a new antenna. Is it sounding okay over?
Well, I tell you, you're a good solid 59 out here there, my friend.
Roger that. Yeah, you're booming out here. You're about a 10 over S9 over here in Washington, over.
Copy. So just curious, Maple Valley, what part of Washington is Maple Valley in?
Roger that. Yeah, it's just a little southeast of Seattle, Washington, over.
Okay, I kind of had a feeling there, and holy cow! If I'm looking at that right on your QRZ page here, is that actually the current solar stuff? What's going on there?
Oh, do I have like a graph of? Oh, yeah. That's all current. Over.
Holy cow. Okay, well, that explains why conditions are the way they are. I haven't even looked at it all day. The SFI is at 209, the SN is at 146, the proton flux is at 230,000, and the electron flux is at 380,000 currently. That explains a lot.
Roger that. Yeah, and the contest isn't helping anything out either. Over.
No, the contest is not helping anything out, but you know what? I don't care. I mean, what the heck, man? If those guys want to go do their thing, I have no problem with that whatsoever, man. I don't care. I mean, what the heck? Have fun with radio.
Roger that. Well, have fun, man. I'm gonna actually just start some dinner right now. I just heard you talking out there, so I thought I'd say hi. Have a great rest of your weekend. Have fun, and talk to you later on in the logbook. Over.
All right there, Ryan. I really appreciate you there, sir. And, man, I think I'm going to have to get off here. I got my dog over here nudging me, my big dog, actually, so he's kind of pushing me all over the place in my chair here. But I'm getting you wrote down there. I'm going to get a card out to you next week there. Come here, dog. And, anyway, all right, Ryan, I hope you have a great rest of your night. And I guess we'll do one more contact here because I think this big old dog of mine, this old senior, halfway senile dog probably needs to go outside. So let's do one more contact. Have a good night there, Ryan. Kilo 7 Victor Hotel Fox. This is Whiskey 7 Tango Victor Sierra out here in the town that holds your pants up called Belt. And let's do one more. QRZ. Oh my gosh, for my last Charlie Echo 3 Quebec Yankee. Koke, how the heck are you doing?
Hey, my friend, how's it going? Whiskey 7, Tango Victor Sierra, Charlie Echo 3, Quebec Yankee, 59 plus here, Santiago Capital City, my friend. Back to you.
Roger there, Koke. Man, I was just getting ready to shut this down, too. You came in here and just covered everybody up, as usual there, my friend. And we're live, too, on TikTok, so everybody saw it there. You are 5 and 9 plus there, Koke.
Thank you, my friend. 73 and go DX. All the best.
All right, Koke. Have a great rest of your night there, sir. Thank you very much for being in there. Charlie Echo 3 Quebec Yankee out of Chile down there. Have a great rest of your night there, sir. 73. All right, now Koke came in there and he just got me all fired up, and I know I got to get this dog outside, but every time he comes in there and covers everybody in the United States up, I just have to acknowledge it, man, and it just gets me cranking every time. Oh, Koke, man. I see you there on the live, too. Right on. All right, let's do one more out here. Whiskey 7, Tango Victor Sierra. QRZ.
Whiskey 1, November Victor.
All right, Whiskey 1, November Victor. And my thing's not going to load. There it goes. Looks like, oh, you're down, Mike down there in Colorado.
Hey, Firm, good to get you.
Absolutely there, my friend. Good signal up here. Good solid 5 and 9 there, Roger.
Yeah, QSL, Travis. You're 5'9" plus down here in Colorado. No surprise there.
Well, I appreciate that. That still blows me away because you're coming off the side of my antenna there, but I guess I have no complaints there. Hi.
Yeah, I think you're doing all right. Well, I appreciate you getting me, and I'll let you get some more contacts. I'll say 73, and you have a good evening.
Roger. Well, I think you're my last one there, my friend. I think I'm going to get the heck out of here. I'm going to wrap up my live here that I got going on. We've been going on about 2 hours here, so I got to get this dog outside, and I'm going to wrap up my live. So anyway, you're my very last one there, my friend Michael. You have a great rest of your night. Thank you very much for being there. We got you logged into QRZ, and we'll catch you on down the coax another time there, my friend. Whiskey 1, November Victor. This is Whiskey 7 Tango Victor Sierra out here in the town that holds your pants up called Belt, Montana. 73, and hope everybody has a wonderful night. Enjoy your radio time tonight, and we'll probably be back tomorrow. 73, everybody. Catch you later. Oh, boy. I can't turn it down. Who is that? Let me see. All right. I'll do it. Okay, Kilo Bravo 1, Golf. I think you said Golf Sierra. Is that right?
Roger that. Kilo Bravo 1, Golf Sierra. This is Michael in Kansas. Actually, Luna on your live right now. Over.
Oh my gosh, Luna. Okay, Michael, right on there, my friend. Cool, good deal. Okay, all right. I'm glad I came back to you because I was about to not do it, and I'm like, I can't resist it. So, oh my gosh. Awesome, awesome, awesome there, man. That is so fantastic. You're sounding good up here from Kansas there, my friend.
Yeah, I got you at 5-9. I'll let you go ahead and get on down the road. Take care easy. 7-3.
Roger, roger there, Michael. All right there, my friend. We'll stick around the live there for a minute because I'm going to shut it down here on the radio now, and I'm going to talk about just a couple of quick things on the live before I shut it down. So sit tight there, and I'm getting you written down. You're getting a card. I feel like Oprah Winfrey today. You're getting a card. You're getting a QSL card. You're getting a card. My piece of paper is like smoking over here. I got this pen just on fire, and I'm actually making a note here so I know who you are. And there we go. That'll work. So that way I can fill out my card properly. Anyway, I'm going to get you logged into QRZ there, Michael. And I really appreciate you. You're a good 5-9 up here too there, buddy. I'm sure you saw that, 5-8 to 5-9. Have a great rest of your night there, my friend. Kilo Bravo 1, Golf Sierra. This is Whiskey 7 Tango Victor Sierra, running my Heil PR 781 out here in the town that holds your pants up called Belt, Montana. 73, and I'm out of here. All right. Jim, that was also for you. Just throwing it out there. Letting everybody know that we're on the PR 781. Anyway, we're going to give our big announcement. And I kind of hyped it up. It's not that big of an announcement. But we got new QSL cards today. And this camera is a real piece of crap. But I tell you what. Wow. This is terrible. Let me see if I can clean this off here. Hang on. Stick with me for just a second. Nah, this camera just sucks. That's too bad. Oh well. It's a cheap phone. But anyway. Alright guys, I just want to say thank you for being in there. Thank you for hanging. And I'm not going to show off my QSL cards yet. I'm not going to upload it to my QRZ page. So the first people that are going to get to see them, other than myself and my wife, are going to be the people I send them to here. That's kind of why I was making a good list tonight. So, Luna, man, I'm so glad you got in there. That was awesome. Koke, if you're still listening there, paying attention, buddy, you came in and just rocked it like usual, just blasting it out. So, anyway, there. That's about what I got. I wish this dadgum camera was a little bit better, but, man, it is just a blurry piece of crap. It seems to be pretty good stationary, but, you know, that's all right. There, it kind of went. That's a little better. Anyway. A little rundown of the shack. I mean, most of you guys have seen this before. So I'll, oh yeah, we got switch boxes galore, by the way. Yeah, we'll talk about more about that tomorrow. But anyway, switch box, more switch boxes down there. I got more switch boxes. Anyway, it is what it is. We'll talk about it more tomorrow, guys. Come join me tomorrow. Luna, thank you very much for the gifts. I really appreciate it there, my friend. And, man, you know, you guys, this is the reason I do this. You guys keep me motivated, all that good stuff here on the TikTok. And, you know, so I will be uploading this to my YouTube as well. And I'm also on Instagram now. I'm starting to kind of load some things on Instagram. I haven't done a ton of it, but we're starting it. So, anyway, thanks for the likes and the gifts, guys. Again, you guys are the whole reason I just keep on keeping on with this stuff. And I'm going to go enjoy the rest of my Saturday night. I hope that everybody else does too. And we'll come back here around noon my time tomorrow. If you guys are around, come in. We're going to do our ham radio Q&A. And, yeah, OBS 94 Ford. You're going to get it all together, man. It just takes time there, my friend. So if you're real lucky, if I'm in the right mood tomorrow, maybe, and they're in that box up there. See that big box? Priority mail? Yep, that's my new QSL cards right there. So maybe, just maybe, if I'm in the right mood, you guys might get to see my new QSL cards. They're pretty cool. My wife says, so, you know, if you go on my QRZ page or whatever, there's my QSL card I've been using for upwards of a year. And, yeah, so I've only got about 50 of those left. And we're going to be sending some new ones out. So anyway, there you go. All right, guys, I'm going to get the heck out of here. I'm going to do a quick shutdown just because. Let's start with that. Let's let our voltage drop. Look at that. Yeah, that was a good one. That happened at work. Sorry, I shouldn't have showed that. But anyway, that was kind of my big news there, so to speak. So it wasn't that big of news, but kind of hyped it up a little bit. But that's all right. What are you going to do? Anyway, we're going to do our quick shutdown here. And this turned out. Oh, dadgummit. There. I'm watching everything through a lens instead of doing it normal. Shut that bad boy down. Night amplifier. And shut the power supply off. And that's it. Radio station TVS is quiet for the night. Anyway, thanks again, guys. I really appreciate everybody. Thank you, Jim. Thanks, everybody. Absolutely. We'll be safe out here. And you guys have a great night. We'll catch you guys on the flip side tomorrow, like I said, around noon my time, noon mountain time out here in Montana, man. We're going to rock and roll this again. Probably not do still much QRZ, maybe a little bit of radio work, and just talk about a few things, do some Q&A and whatnot. So anyway, I'm out of here. You guys have a great night. Enjoy your Saturday evening and whatever the heck it is that you're doing out there. Appreciate everybody, and we'll catch you later. 73, everybody, with my Heil microphone over here. Can you even see it? Probably not. Ah, crap. No, this camera sucks. Anyway, it is what it is. Heil microphone, Jim. Now that you're part of the Heil Club. Anyway, 73, everybody. Have a great night. This is Whiskey 7 Tango Victor Sierra out here in the town that holds your pants up called Belt, Montana. 73, everybody.